here. I'm going to start a little bit different here on the first day. And just say, we won't do this every day, every time we meet or whatever, but I want to say thank you all for what you do. Probably didn't do that in spring. Understand your role. I really do. I was actually the editor of my school newspaper in high school, so does that count? But anyway, I do. I understand your role and appreciate what y'all do from helping us build a brand. So, and I understand that your job is to be fair. So I understand that. Like I said, we won't talk about it a bunch, but I do want to say I appreciate that. We got a starting point. It's an exciting time. Before I get into the football piece, I want to say I appreciate the Board of Trustees for approving the renovations to this building. It's a big deal. It's going to be a huge factor in us moving forward and where we want to take this program. We talk about 3 goals: developing men, graduating and placing, and then winning. And these renovations will work hand in hand with those 3 goals. So I appreciate that. I think most of y'all saw that last week. The renderings are out, and we are excited about that. Good energy, fun first day. You know, really can't tell until we get into the pads, so it's kind of flag football for the first 2 days. I will say this: we're significantly better as a team right now than we were when we finished in the spring. And a lot of that credit goes to Mike Joseph and his staff, and a lot of credit needs to go to some of our leadership on our football team because they got quality work in over the summer when the coaches couldn't work with them. I know we got a lot of questions roster-wise, so we'll try to hit those. And so let's talk about guys that signed that aren't here, first of all, okay? We have 2 young men that are going junior college route. That's Osita Smith or Sheen Lynn. And then Terrence Dotson was drafted, but on Milwaukee Brewers. We talked about him at Media Days. Excited for him, you know, and fully support him in that decision to pursue Major League Baseball, and we wish him the best of luck. Brandon Yates is here. He reported yesterday. He practiced today, and he's talented, and he worked extremely hard over the summer to get here. Some scholarship additions that some of you probably reported over the summer. I haven't had an opportunity to talk on that I want to mention here. Alonzo Adai, grad transfer from New Hampshire, successful program, FCS level. He is the first cousin to Jamal Adai. He will sit this year. He'll sit this year as a redshirt. He'll be playing corner. He has the flexibility to play multiple positions in the secondary, but he's working at corner right now. George Campbell, grad transfer from Florida State, a ton of potential. Been here all summer, made an impact. He's great. Y'all saw it today. He's got great energy. He bounces around. Been part of a winning program. I think he was one of the top 10 recruits in the country coming out of high school. New opportunity for him. Really a chance at redemption. His career hadn't gone the way he wanted it to, and he got a chance to bounce back here and end it successfully. Jared Davey, quarterback, transfer from Bowling Green. Can't really speak to where he's at in the process right now. As soon as we know something on our end, we'll inform you guys. Coach's brother at Texas Tech. Jared's 2-year starter at Bowling Green. His numbers are really good. Known his family for a long time. He's from Lubbock, Texas. Like I said, brother was 2-year starter for us at Texas Tech, and excited about getting him here. 2 junior college guys. Noah Guzman is a safety out of Cerritos College, and he's a guy that's got 4 to play 3. We need some depth at safety. I think we had some attrition over the summer. He's a guy that we will be counting on for depth and to help us in special teams. Coach Seiler has a long history with coaches at Cerritos. They've had some good players when he was coaching at Kansas State. He had a good first day. Another junior college transfer, John Hughes, who's an offensive lineman. He's got versatility. He can play guard or tackle. He's been here all summer. He moves well. He's strong. I like his work ethic. He also is a 4 to play 3 guy. Played for a guy that used to work for me at Scott Parr at Navarro Junior College in Texas. He will help us immediately. Transfer Sean Ryan, receiver from Temple. Again, can't really speak to where he's at as far as being ready for this year. When we know something, we'll inform you first thing. He really turned it on. He's originally from Brooklyn. Had a strong finish to his freshman year at Temple. Got a ton of ability. He's been here all summer. When you get a chance to watch him tomorrow, I think you're gonna like what you see. Reuben Jones, grad transfer from Michigan. He can play in or interior defensive line. Again, another guy that really sought after coming out of high school. Things didn't go exactly how he wanted to. At Michigan, he played. He was productive at times. But when we look at these transfers, whether it's George, him, Alonzo, these guys are all guys that graduated on time. They're guys that have the talent, but they're adding something to our locker room. You know, just like George, Reuben, man, has great energy. He's a juice guy. He loves to practice, loves to compete. He's going to be great for our locker room, especially the youth that we have. And then lastly, to Corey Turner, who's a corner, playing corner right now. Has potential to potentially play safety later on, but he's playing corner right now. Can really run. He's got length. He's from Montgomery. Young man I've known probably going on 3+ years now. So had a couple different players from his high school when I was at Troy. A couple other guys of note. 2 walk-ons from here in state that have been here this summer, and they will be factors for us. If not this year, down the road. Nick Malone from right here at Morgantown High, offensive lineman work. He got some 2 reps today. Extremely athletic. Then Grayson. Let me see if I can say this right. Let's just go with Grayson. Next time I talk about him, it's Malashavitz is how you say it, but I'll get better with that. But you talk about somebody that's really turned a lot of heads for our players this summer. He's came in and worked extremely hard. One of the top players in the state of West Virginia last year. You can see that. And then the other kid I want to mention is Jackson Knipper, who's a transfer from Western Michigan. Played there last year in a blocking back role, and he's got a chance to get in the mix for us. Okay, so those are some guys to note. I know that y'all are going to ask some questions about that, so I kind of want to be prepared and talk about those young men. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Could you start with the scholarship guys, and in terms of adding those new scholarship guys, just needs, just depth, what your thought process, because that's sort of a high number.
It is, yeah, and we talked about it. I can't give you all some probably little insight back in the spring. I knew our roster was going to change quite a bit. You know, I think, you know, we weren't as good as we needed to be in the spring. Not only that, we didn't have the level of energy that I wanted to have on our football team. Our leadership wasn't as good as it needed to be. We didn't have depth. We really had dangerous depth at some positions. And so we were really active, you know, and like I said, we looked like a different football team than we did in spring. And we needed those guys. If you look at the guys we took, a lot of it, I think if you take out George and Reuben, all guys that have multiple years are going to be able to help us, okay? Alonzo only has 1 year eligibility, he's going to redshirt, and he'll play next year, okay? And that kind of fit because our numbers are so senior heavy at corner. So these guys that you look at across the board, multiple years, extremely talented. 2 grad guys we added in George and Reuben, high energy guys, come from programs that have been successful. And they had depth. We needed another body that could play, so we didn't have to push these young freshmen at the D line. At receiver, we weren't good enough in the spring. You know, and I basically said that all spring. We weren't good enough, and so we're significantly better at that position. We added a couple different bodies, and then when Jared came in the portal, it made a lot of sense. I wanted to get 1 quarterback in each class, and after if he redshirts, that's what we'll have. So that was the reason behind that.
There's 2 receivers, transfers, size. Was that coincidence?
Yeah, length. No, we needed length. Yeah. You know, we needed length, and we went from a team that wasn't very big at wideouts. Now we've got some significant length. If you look at George's, what we list him here, we list him at 6'4". He's every bit of that. He's heavier. You know, I think he came in really light because he go through spring ball. He's closer to 200 pounds now, but he's got length. Bryce Wheaton, who maybe had our best summer of anybody, didn't play very well in spring, but had a really good first day and had a good summer. He's 6'4". Ricky Johns is a little over 6'2". TJ Simmons a little over 6'2". Sean Ryan's about 6'2.5", 6'3". So we went from a team that didn't have a lot of length outside to now we got some guys. And you need that in this league. You got to make some explosive plays. And, on explosive plays, the longer you are, I call it open by birth. They're open by birth. So there's not a whole lot of 6'2", 6'3" corners.
What makes George so special? Why does he got?
George Campbell. Yeah, so, a little bit of George's story. He comes out of high school, and I think that the recruiting sites at the time had him in the top 10 in the country, one of the top prospects in the country, really heavily recruited. Battled injuries at Florida State, never could get healthy enough, had 2 season-ending injuries. Was slated to go to Penn State. Something happened in the admissions process. So we got the opportunity when Coach Dye and I got the opportunity to get to know him. Coach Trickett had a relationship because his father was at Florida State, so he had a little bit of a relationship with him. And once we got to know him, really humble and really hungry to rewrite kind of his college football story. And so I thought it'd be a really good impact. We don't have a senior. And going into this, we didn't have a senior in the receiving room. Not one senior was in the receiving room. Okay, and so I thought this gave us an opportunity to get an older guy in the room. And once I got to know him from a personality standpoint, I thought he'd be a really good fit. You look around, you want a mix of personalities in your room. And so when you look at our receiver room, outside of TJ Simmons, we didn't have somebody that just had a lot of energy where they were up every day, and he's definitely that. So I thought he could have an impact not only on the field but also with some of our younger players at that position.
Speaking of size, Jones passes the eyeball test.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a guy you consider putting off the bus first?
He does look the part. He's a high effort guy. He played in a limited role last year at Michigan, but you can see that on film. He was extremely active when he played. He's a high effort guy. And again, outside of Reese, not another senior in that room. And so felt like with that room, okay, in another room where we just didn't have a lot of guys that, man, were bouncing around. And what I mean by this, when I say energy and I say juice, these are guys that show up, man, they're smiling every single day. They're guys that when the weight room opens up and Mike lets them run in, they're the first ones there. When we do the juice squad that y'all watch today, they're the first ones out. They set the tone. You know what I mean? They set the tone with their energy level. And we didn't really have that in that room. So bringing him, that's him. Plus he plays extremely, extremely hard. Okay, so and he's been around multiple first-round draft picks, so he knows what it looks like. So it's another good example for our young players.
Typically, don't you get that from older guys, though? That energy and juice. The younger guys kind of feel their way around.
It's really, to be honest with you, it's one of those personalities. Okay. And it's something that quite frankly, we look at in recruiting. If we want guys that are relational, guys who really have a passion, not only for the game of football, for having passion for just being around their teammates. And so it can happen. Like Ali Jennings is a guy that has it in the freshman class. Winston Wright's got some of that about him. So I don't know if age has as much to do with it. It's just it's their personality. We don't want people to fake it. We want to be natural with it.
You said Alonzo is a grad transfer?
Yes.
He has the red shirt?
No, Mike, you're on it today. He did not graduate.
Okay.
Mike caught me. All right, thank you. So rewind that tape. He did not transfer. That's why he's got to sit. Sorry. Good catch.
So where do your scholarship numbers fall? Are you at 85 or?
So no, we're not at 85. I'm gonna tell you I don't know. We're not at 85. The initials, we covered our initials for last year. Next time we talk, Mike, remind me to make a note. I'll tell you exactly where we're at on 85, and I'll tell you how we're making it work on the initial standpoint. We may have to count one forward. Okay, so I'll clear up that.
Where is Sills in his recovery? Rehab?
Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's in a brace, but he's fine. He's full go today. He'll be full go the whole time.
Is Butch Gross your tiring?
Yeah, so he's taking a medical red shirt. Yeah, he is. And great kid, great family, loves football. Just a run of bad luck. You know, 2 shoulder surgeries at once. He's had a knee. So he just thought for long-term health, he thought that was the best option for him. And we support it. Made the decision in the summer.
You mentioned the improvement the team had made since the end of the spring. Strength standpoint, skill development, teaching.
I think knowing what to do, being more confident in what to do because they've had reps. You know, we're able to meet with them over the summer, but those player practices are important. Now they do get some bad habits because nobody coached them, but they get quality reps. And so that, we got more competition. We talked about these guys we added, so we got more competition at each of the positions. And competition makes you better. And they're more confident. They know what to expect. Like we rode out there for practice today. The new guys, you know, however many we got, those are the only guys that didn't know. But we had some guys that went through the whole spring with us. They knew kind of what the flow of practice were. Those young guys followed them, and it was much crisper.
Neal, personally for you, what was this day like? I mean, it's not your first day coaching here or whatever, but it is your first that really, goes into the season.
Yeah. Truthfully, not much today. Probably the first day of spring was impactful, because your first day being out there trying to figure everything out, newness or whatever. After 8 months, we've been building toward this for a long time, so there wasn't like I didn't take the field today thinking, oh man, this is our first fall practice. I really didn't, from my perspective. Okay, I really didn't think that. I had more of those feelings back in the spring.
Speaking of the 85, can you get to your numbers where you need to be in 2 cycles, or do you need more than that?
No, I think that's a good question, and really I probably should have been more prepared coming here and talk about those scholarship numbers. I've been going a million miles per hour, so I'll give you a better answer. I think it'll be closer to 3, John, but I'll give you an educated answer rather than just something off the cuff next time we get together.
So you're just chasing numbers, I guess.
No, we're not chasing numbers. So what we're trying to do is, and that was part of the process, part of the process of getting guys with multiple years. Because
fill out the classes.
Yeah, because if you take a bunch of grads and you really never fill in a spot. You never get closer to 85.
Kind of get on the merry-go-round and you can't get
exactly.
off.
So we're trying to build quality, and you got to look too when you're building a roster. And Mike actually he asked a bunch of good questions about this when we were in Dallas. When you're building a roster, there's so much that goes into it. Okay, so you have to be creative because you only can add 25. You know what I mean? So every calendar year you get 25, but you can fill it. But also, what you got to be cognizant of when you're building it. You got 5 classes basically in football. You got a class of red shirts, and you got your freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and you want your numbers to be pretty equal in all those classes. Okay, your red shirt class is always going to be a little bit smaller, but you want your numbers pretty equal, and then you've got these goals and positions that you want to try to hit, and they may never be perfect, but you want to try to work toward those.
The attrition at safety. Obviously, those were some guys that had played, had some experience. Where are you at with the group that you have here?
I think we're a work in progress.